class together we worked a little bit on a slingshot.
On a slingshot.
We started with a little bit just differentiation between whether the slingshot is more in an absorption sense, so I'm catching the tension early enough and I'm letting my partner win on the intensity level.
Yeah, or we have like a second option sometimes, which is like controlling their transfer, create a compression there.
And then sending
that you
it
can
out
send.
before we going.
So it's not the one that we used today.
But the absorption one, we talked a little bit about how I'm managing the spacing and the distance of my partner. So once we arrive in 1 and a 2, I'm catching tension early enough so I can feel whether I have to give maybe the length of my arm, maybe my own rotation, maybe my own transfer. Maybe sometimes this is not enough. I have to make another step to be able to finish the spacing that we have with my partner.
Yeah, we also talked about leaders, like sometimes you initiate like just with like your arm, but
Gotcha.
like see Jakub has like his rotating and it create like maybe the torsion in the body that
So I
allow...
can continue giving the information rather than like dissipating that all my potential tools, dissipating them in one here.
Exactly, and then you
and
have
then
to
I
use
nothing
actually the
just by
arm to
arms,
bring.
which is not a bad option necessarily, but maybe it's not necessary.
For followers, we talked about first the idea of having space and time to travel through the leg instead of arriving at the end where I cannot go further. So for this, I talked about the pulling tool, which even if I can send myself with a push out from the sending one, most of the time when I'm in this position, I'm finishing by using a pull from the receiving to bring myself on that leg. If I use this pull and I have a slight turnout, most of the time it doesn't make me watch my lead on those openings, but it makes me go and watch the alignment of my standing foot. So then it creates natural also preparation for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4 redirection depending on the timing, but I have like all this time to digest instead of arriving 1, 2, 3.
We said that this was conditioned to maybe the amount of energy that you have to digest.
Exactly.
If you have a lot of energy to work with, maybe your treatment on the floor is going to be more in a
Resistance push out.
to be able
so
to
I can
control your weight shifts. And then we changed it a little bit. We had a semi-version with a different point of contact that was creating maybe different positioning for your leader, creating a little bit of a gravity here, maybe some creativity solutions in the end. Then we changed it to the left hand holds, and we had a little bit of, again, different points of contact and treating the transition between them. So we had the left, and the tension up was transitioning
with
to
gravity down.
the tension in my right hand once this was horizontally ready for us to transfer it. And then this one was not just a point of contact, it was an area of connection. Then we can use our vectors differently. So I was still absorbing the linearity of my partner's movement, but I had my fingers ready for a potential redirection into rotation. That was not an action type of thing, it was more of an intent. It was within the point of contact that my partner can use, and we have a little bit more time to use the body motion differently. So we don't have to treat our body as a one block for followers, but we had a little bit of a dissociated spiral going up.
So it's as if like I'm actually using the point of contact to close my pec, but if you see then, my free leg is searching before my upper body arrive and finish the rotation, instead of acting as a block, which would be
something like this. Still possible, but maybe a little bit harder on the transition level.
Because sometimes we need contradiction in the body to maintain attention away, but also to be able to mold and melt into the next step.
Small note for that, for this one, I was matching the intensity that I was receiving from my partner. So I was telling them, well, this is the end of our spacing, we don't have to step again.
So I don't do it, I don't do another step.
If I let them win on the intensity level here, it's just indicating that we haven't reached the end yet. Yeah, so there was this one, and then we created a window to get out. So potentially from here, just be careful about X zones, but we created a window to go in, maybe connecting here before we're having a triple step towards an anchor, and then 1 and the 2 are the free spin or whatever is available for us.
When you're doing it, do not forget your rhythm. So I always have in the background my up and down beat, so it's like boom, ta, boom, ta, maybe it's poum, ta to finish.
Poum, ta,
If I'm fast enough on the poum, ta, poum, ta, poum, maybe there.
Or maybe it's going to be
Poum, ta, poum, ta.
Maybe a
Ooh.
rock and go.
Voila, and in this position, multiple options for you leaders as an exit. In this one, because you also can use this one to open the follower to the other side, for instance. You can use it to recreate a redirection with a rock and go. You could.
I could, I could many things.
You could many things, right?
For instance, if we release this one, then this one, once you're parking here, sometimes it's going to allow me to have a little bit of more rotation. Sometimes my partner chooses to create here, so I can use this one as a wrap before we go somewhere. Multiple options.
Voilà.
That's it.